Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hughes. That's Joe Hughes.
One evening as the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party hiking, and they said, folks, we're all going. We're yearning for a portal far away in a tavern full of shouting. So join us, friends, and let's descend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. There run dungeons hot and cold, where the monsters surge and pushes, and the youngest runes are old, where the mimics all lie waiting, and the goblin werebats roost, all the wisps and wasps and the mezzo lost, the hidden pit where we'll all plummet deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. All our blades will sing like choirs, as our arrows strike like drum beats, and our green flame pops and pyres. Our barbarian will stomp a brood as the rogues dance shadow play. Oh, we're sworn to go at a great tempo. We'll chant our spells as we now delve deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. You'll always find new gear, and your old mundane accoutrement can be handed down, don't fear. The magic items you'll attune and the artifacts you'll find. There's armor with gems and weird potions and a propeller hat that lets you ascend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. The mad wizard stood gates so folks can open portals. He left clues to activate. He has a thing for puzzles and he likes to throw his voice. We're going to delve to where he dwells, to the lowest tower, to seek his power deep into Under Mountain. I'll see you there, the lowest lair, deep into Under Mountain.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight y'all are my live streaming audience. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Notorious LSP, Rotation, Fairly Rotten, Amy Yam, Something, Nico and Indy, James World, Toss, Jill Jackson, Woo, Snow, Kindleless. Glad to have you here, Wheezy Watcher, Unwitty User, Fear for the Storm, Snowy Growleith, Greyheart. Glad to see you all. Okay, few things. One, camera's already a little bit bigger because we had a stream this morning with Zombie Cleo. It was super fun. I drew a bunch of cats and some things that were arguably intended to be cats, but weren't. I don't know. I had a good time. Either way, by the end of that stream, and with one tip that came in just after the stream ended, we are now 16 away from the next face camera expansion. We are at 90% Joe-pacity. So tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat if you want to see that camera get bigger. If you don't, just sit back and do nothing. It'll happen, or it won't. That's fine with me. Whew. Okay. So we're in kind of a weird place with the production of the next episode. So I was kind of hoping to get a Corrales collab recorded and a Scar collab recorded. Scar has some stuff on Twitter. He's busy right now, basically. I'm not going to go into his details. You can learn more on his channel or on his Twitter. But he is focusing on other things at the moment. So I kind of feel like there's two ways we could approach this dead tree thing. We could try to make a dead tree as an homage to Scar, or we could just go gather materials to make the dead tree later. Honestly, of the two, does anyone know, do you need silk touch on coral? I think in some ways just going to gather a bunch of coral from the coral area and bringing it back here for Scar to use for dead trees later might be a good start, because then even if Scar's like, dude, I can't do this at all after all, even though you got the materials, I could build the dead tree, right? Silk touch is required. Okay. So my silk touch pickaxe is nearly dead. So maybe we go enchant a new silk touch pickaxe. Okay. Let's come back to that. Also, while we're doing things that are not necessarily optimal. So we need a silk... Wait, does it have to be a silk touch pickaxe, or can it be... Well... Okay, let's try and repair our existing silk touch pickaxe. We don't need fortune on it if we have another pick's worth of iron that we can just build a pickaxe with. Right? And we have gotten now a lot of iron here. So we could take some of this, right? And we can go just make straight up another pickaxe and then fix it. I don't know if we have the levels to fix it. Dang it. So, boom plus boom. Hey, that was only 2? You're crazy. That's... What? Oh, no, I had no idea. Oh, let's fix our other silk touch axe then, too. I had no idea this was going to be so cheap. Why does everybody use mending all the time when stuff is so cheap? Okay. So we'll go ahead and repair this as well. Boom. Okay, so we need to free up a bunch of our inventory space. But we also need to go leave some things for some people. Now, my friend Tango had expressed that he was running short on redstone powder. And he's always doing a lot of work. And he needs plenty of redstone powder, so I get that. That makes me think what we should do is set up a little box for him outside of his house where we can put redstone powder, right? Poop. Now, before we do that, though, I'm, like, pretty sure that there was a bunch of redstone powder down there that we ran past. We straight up just ignored earlier because it wasn't super urgent. So I kind of think let's... Sorry, I know I'm going up and down a lot of ladders here. I'm trying to... I've really had a lot going on today. And so I'm trying to kind of mentally catch up with what needs to be done and what isn't done. So this is a kind of disorganized start to the stream, but we're gonna get organized. We are putting things where they need to go. We are gonna go where we need to be to get the dead coral, to get the redstone. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and wander down here? Oh, because we're out of food. It's always something. It's always something. Luckily, I've got... Wait, where are the potatoes? Somebody says it's Wednesday. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, because tomorrow's Thursday, and that's our weekly planning meeting. Or not weekly. So normally, every week, I would have a Thursday evening meeting. I'd have a call on Discord with my project manager, NJ Coffee Junkie, But because of the because it is a new quarter, kind of, now that the season has launched, we're going to have our quarterly planning meeting on the live stream instead of the weekly planning meeting on the Discord. So everybody here can find out what I've got planned for the next 3 months, and then help me make sure that that's actually feasible and a good plan. So that'll be fun. Basically, NJ and I run around... Well, NJ's not on the server. I run around putting up a bunch of signs that say things like March, or May, or April. Hey, welcome Beth Ann Raiders. What is the achievement to throwaway joke? Throw a trident at something. Congrats. Whoops. Okay. Stream title says Tuesday. Oh, it shouldn't. Why does it say Tuesday? Huh. That's weird. Huh. Okay, well, we'll fix that, I guess. And hopefully we won't die in the process. Okay, manage videos. It's really inconvenient to change a YouTube stream title in the middle of it. But if it helps y'all have a calmer evening, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. Okay. Boom. Next problem. Hey, speaking of things going on, thank you to Emily for rolling in with a tip of 5. Oh, sorry. Who says, so happy to be watching a stream after a hectic day. Good news, I passed my midterms I was studying for when you had the last evening's live stream. Oh, glad to hear it. Congrats, Emily. That's going to put us 11 away now from the next face camera expansion. And tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Hey, welcome, Kanika. Glad you could join us. We are just gathering a little bit of redstone here for our friend Tango. And we're going to light some of this up too, just in case there's any exposed diamonds or anything. We don't want those to, you know, turn into creepers and blow us up or whatnot. But yes, so NJ will be joining me live on stream tomorrow to go over my next 3 months of kind of planning streams, planning events, planning episodes. I want to plan, for example, more Mario Kart practice streams so that the next time the Hermits all face off, ZF doesn't just completely destroy me. You know? I can't be responsible for the behavior of others. You know, I can't force Cleo or Impulse to practice. Cleo doesn't even have the game yet. That's how bad I am at forcing her to practice. But I can be responsible for my own inability to play Mario Kart. Okay. So, Mahi0 says, you probably changed Monday to Tuesday by saying the next day in your head. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. So, anyway, if you want to be here to see what we are doing the next 3 months, come on back tomorrow night for a very different live stream where NJ and I will try to figure out what is reasonable and what is not. Big Aspen says, the Mario Kart video was awesome seeing you all together. Thank you. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I want to do that again, but I want to be competent when we do it. I could have been more competent. Okay. I missed a YouTube Super Chat from Astro Genix as well for 40 rupees. That comes out to 1 US Abacus speed. That's going to put us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you very much, Astro Genix. Oh, and we got a bot that I need to ban. Sorry about that bot, folks. Yeah, sorry, when I'm in dark areas of the cave, sometimes it takes me a second to get back to the chat. But yeah, so I want to do some more Mario Kart practice streams. So, one of the big things that is going to be completely changing my schedule for the next quarter. And this is one of the reasons we don't plan things a year out in advance, because something can happen that throws the whole thing off, is that my brother Sean, who performs the music and sings and whatnot in Sean Hill Sings Joe Hills, is actually going to be moving back to Nashville this weekend. And so I have been busily preparing to help him with that as best as I can. And I am hoping, though, that we are going to have him in studio as a guest quite a bit more. He's going to be here on April 9th to be the musical guest for our Earth Day Patreon server stream. But he's also going to be able to help me with some other stuff. He's going to be here for pinball streams, some other things. The first month might be a little bit slower because he's getting settled back in. He's lived here before for many years. He knows lots of people. He has to get caught up and stuff. So, yeah. 1 second while I cough. So, yeah, we're going to be planning a lot of stuff around his new availability to some degree because I'm really excited to have him back in town. And also, a lot of the travel stuff that I was planning on coming up, he's going to be... I'm going to have to schedule some more family time too, though, because we're going to have family coming up to see him and I more. We're going to be going to see family. Things are... So I'm going to have to balance a lot of things. And so tomorrow night's stream is going to be about sorting out what the next 3 months looks like. Oh, sorry, Wittershins, thank you for the 20, who says the person who designed the Mario Kart race courses was a cartographer. Okay. Thank you, Wittershins. Here we go. It's time to expand Joe. And we're going to lower the Joe opacity now to 80%. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get some stuff going on outside of Tango's house, because he's not online. Bum bum bada bada bum. So I guess we'll put this here. Wow, that's kind of floaty. I don't love how floaty that is. Is there a place that we can put it over here, maybe? He's got everything weird. Maybe we should just leave it in his downstairs here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave a note for him. HermitCraft. Any neighborhood do-gooders added anything else to it after I left? That's not on me. Okay. So we're going to upload that screenshot to the HermitCraft group chat so Tango can find out where that is. Man, I can't even spell 2.5 L. Yeah, boom. People are asking, why is it pointless to watch the stream? You know, I feel like we find our own meaning in things. You know, and it's always the Twitch people that have this nihilism. Like, apparently the YouTube people just don't expect there to be... No, maybe the YouTube people already have internalized the nihilism so much that they don't expect there to be a point to anything. But the Twitch people are always like, where's the point? What does it all mean? Why are we here? Okay, so we're going to go down here again. I have signed up for Grian's April Fool's thing. I signed up for that yesterday off camera. So. And I already talked to one other hermit who wanted to do Grian's thing, but has some other stuff going on and is worried that they don't have time to do it right. And so I said, hey, you know what? How about this? How about I come bother you and we'll do some brainstorming together. And if you have time, you can help me execute whatever we come up with. And if not, you know, we still get to hang out and brainstorm. And that person was like, that sounds awesome. So I will have a mystery collab as part of that too. I'm excited about that mystery collab coming up. People are saying we're still setting up the stream. Yeah, we should probably figure out when the stream's going to start.
8:30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title and tweet, pour water, tank top, and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause folding and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before, lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin? After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe and poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. Then I'll click crafting quick, anvil time, enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in random chests with care. I'll tour my winery, I know there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swears, not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking, asking, when will my stream begin?
It's 2 guardian temples right next to each other. Come on.
Seriously, y'all,
I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show. So, alright, we can take down that setting up now stream sign. Yep, that song is called When Will My Stream Begin? It is a parody of Tangled's When Will My Life Begin, written by my brother Sean Hills, who I quite enjoy working with, and I'm looking forward to working with in the very near future. Can I do a double temple farm? I don't know if that's possible. Okay, wow, there's a lot of stuff floating around, and I know my inventory's not empty, so I don't know what's up with that. So, Kel Vannon says, haven't had a winery for a while, Joe. Where's the updated version? That's a low priority. Because the thing is, for Season 9, we don't have... So Season 8, I didn't want to rewrite the song because I knew that we were going to be ending the world pretty quickly. And with Season 9, I haven't rewritten the song because we haven't gotten far enough into the world to have something worth writing about. Like, I feel like if I'm going to have a different verse there, it should be after we get started on my base, and it should refer to something in the base, and we're just not there. Somebody says, build a new winery. Thank you. Good suggestion. That's valid. I do like the winery as a concept. Okay, it looks like when I break the blocks, the stuff that's attached to it doesn't come off, so I need to manually silk touch the things I'm picking up. Yazzie Wolf says, to be fair, you did sort of have a winery in Season 8. I mean, that was more of a... That was a brewery. That's true, though. I do build a lot of... Well, then again, I'm from Tennessee, and there's a ton of breweries and distilleries around here. That's just part of being an industrious citizen. Stephanie Hall says, which platform supports you more? Neither. I am supported by viewers. The actual viewership numbers don't generate any revenue for me on either platform, and I don't use them to negotiate anything. So they're completely meaningless to me. The reason to be on two platforms is different people have different experiences with availability and whatnot in their countries, and so I want to have the stream be available on whatever platform is easiest for y'all, wherever you are. So pick the one that's easier for you. Sometimes Twitch doesn't give me transcoding, and so it's easier for people to watch me on YouTube, for example. So... Yay. This is going well. We're already getting plenty of coral. I'm mostly trying to get the dark red corals. Ziggurat, well, not everybody has PayPal, but if you don't worry about it. Enough people are supporting the show that no one person needs to feel like they're letting me down if they can't or won't. What's transcoding? That is when Twitch gives you an option to watch me at different resolutions. So, like, YouTube will let you pick, like, if you want to watch it at 1080p 60 or 360p or whatever. Matthew Lavis tips 5, who says, I am unmotivated to nihilism. Thank you very much. That's going to put us 5 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you, Matthew Lavis. Miss Mickey says, yuck, sounds like someone's eating. Yeah, that's not someone eating in the background or the other room. That's just how the game processes the sound. That's how the coral sounds are. They're kind of gross, mouthy. Sorry about that. So I don't want to completely devastate this entire reef. I'm kind of just going around and picking up a few things here and there. Stephanie Hall, yeah, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but, you know, I'm just here to create a good experience for y'all. Okay, let me make sure also that I've got, sorry, Discord chat. Yeah, I had the Tango message open, so. Whoa, look at that tropical fish. That's a cute one. It's blue and red. That's not super common, at least that I've seen. Okay, so we've got a few different textures of coral here. We've got this cool brain coral. We've got the tube coral. We've got the sea pickles that we need anyway. The sea pickles are really good for creepy pools of water. So I'm imagining for a tree, the brain coral and the red coral would be what Scar actually needs the most of. Or us, if we end up doing it ourselves. So, let's head back up here. Welcome, Modest Minecraft. Welcome. Glad you could join us. We are just grabbing some coral so we can build dead trees with them. Because it looks like gray petrified wood. Mahi0, thank you for the 1. That is going to get us 4 away now from the next face camera expansion. I need to move this water. I have coffee, but I also got water. In case the coffee was too hot to drink. But maybe I should just hydrate regardless. Hey, we got another 5 rolling in thanks to Reagan. That's going to put us evenly at our next expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand. Lowering the Joe Pasty now to 70%. We are now $10 away from the most obnoxious face camera, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Have I watched Zombieland? I have. And then, whoa, Joshua just tipped 25 and says, figured it out, Joe. Well, that is going to put us 6 past that next expansion. So here we go, Tony Stark helmet cam, engage, woo. Expand, Jost. Oh, also, let's try not to drown. Okay, so as soon as I get a few bubs back, okay, we're going to lower the Joe Pasty now to 60%, and we are now 14 away from the next expansion milestone. Basically, everybody who's tipped up to this point has been making the camera harder to see through, so if you'd like the camera to be easier to see through, it can't really cover more of the screen at this point. We have maxed that out, but it can continue to become more transparent by lowering the Joe Pasty with each expansion milestone we hit. Okay. Thank you, Mahi0. What is Joe Pasty effect? That's how visible the camera is as an overlay. It's weird that wheat didn't stack, huh? Okay. So, yeah, let's, I feel like some of this yellow... We actually didn't get any of the yellow earlier. That might be a good choice for us, too. For, like, cracked stones in the walkway. Okay, let's go back to the surface and grab everything else. B-Boy the Gamer says, I can't not laugh. Thank you. I try to be as funny as possible. But also, make it appear effortless. That's very important to me. Okay, so we can grab some of this, too. This coral won't be missed as much because it's not illuminated. So it won't be as obvious that it's missing. Yay. Red Rag says, I like the ability to stream on multiple devices because I watch YouTube while tooling around the house or at work, but Twitch is better on my phone. Yeah, see, that's why it's good to have multiple options. Somebody says, I feel like you always have dry lips. Yeah, I guess I kind of do. That's not ideal, is it? Huh. Oh, well. That seems like the sort of thing that somebody who's bothered by having dry lips would fix. But either way, Josh sips 25 a second time in a row saying, I want to fix my mistake. Okay, let's see. We were 14 away from the next expansion, and so now we're 11 past that. Here we go. It's time to exit Tony Stark Helmet Cam and enter T. Joe Eckelsberg. Do. A little bit bigger for T. Joe Eckelsberg. There we go. Thank you, Vin Shoken, again, for that amazing joke. Matthew Lavis tips 10, who says, did you ever make a Team Snow Day minigame? I mean, we made an entire D&D 3.5 variant called Pitfalls and Penguins. But either way, that gets us $1 past our next face camera expansion. So here we go. Grow Hills. But I'm not sure what you mean by a mini game. Lowering the Joe Pasty now. Oh, wait. We were supposed to go to 50 for T. Joe Eckelsberg. We're actually down to 42. And then we had another one rolling in from Astro Genix, tipping 40 rupees, who says, in India, Twitch is not popular. Thank you for streaming here on YouTube. You're welcome. Hey, Vin. Oh, also, Vin, that demiurgy thing. Okay. That was top tier. Top tier. Like, you look into my eyes, top tier, Vin. It was, so for those of you who don't know, oh, somebody says hydration fixes dry lips. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. I just assumed it was like dry air or something. But, yeah, we had... so the nickname for me wielding unlimited power on my Patreon SMP server is the Demiurge. And last night I hired our longtime moderator, who is also a game designer, Yurgi, to be an op on our new vanilla SMP server. I was planning on doing a more thorough, like, an aggressive hiring process with, like, already having a handbook and a bunch of rules written and things like that over the course of the next few months. But it kind of became clear when we launched our server about a week ago that we needed somebody sooner. So it's like, okay, Yurgi, you're just going to pilot this. You're going to get paid not only to help run the server, but also to help me figure out what we need to do in the long term, you know? It's kind of a test run thing. I feel like we got enough coral at this point. Feeling pretty good about this. We can always come back for more if we figure out what we need. But yeah, so Vin Shoken was just like, wait, oh, we need to say howdy to Scar. We need to call, is there a particular coral that is good for dead trees? Vin says, you telling Cleo was great, and Cleo's reactions to writing the things down was also good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Cleo. That was, in my opinion, one of our best craft streams ever. Wow, I'm glad I flew back. Apparently a lot of that stuff just took a while to float to the surface. That would have been wasteful to leave it. Scar just probably... Scar's probably just logging on to get a screenshot or something real quick for a thumbnail. So no worries. Okay. Well, I mean, we already came back here, so maybe let's collect some more of the yellow stuff. Bum, bum, bum. Bubble coral are the best for dead trees. Best live coral is fire coral. Thanks, Cub. See, I didn't collect very much bubble coral because it's hard to tell, so we need to go get the magenta. Okay. So we're just going to come in here and gather this. Okay, so we're just going to grab that and then hopefully not drown. Welcome, Jim Tibbetts. Glad you could join us. Ooh, it is about to be nighttime. Let's get the bed out real quick. Last thing we need is AFK Doc getting killed by a random zombie. T. Joe Ecclesburg is not a link. Is Twitch trying to... Yeah, leave a space between the period and the... Yeah, that'll... that works. Oh, boy. What's the best auto farm I made? Well, I made a giant cactus farm inside of a rainbow once at Cleo's base. Are those getting away because I didn't have room for them in my inventory? Nope. Okay. I can sleep at the bottom of the ocean? Really? Well, that I did not know. You can sleep with the fishes at the bottom of the ocean. Thanks, the mob. Hey, Graata, I am collecting, what do you call these? Coral blocks in order to make dead trees. But you're probably looking at some sort of light-emitting computer monitor or phone screen. Possibly a tablet. Welcome. People are saying it refills your air if you sleep underwater. Really? Well, that was probably dumb to reset my respawn point. But you know what? We already moved the beds. That's fine. But I had no idea you could sleep underwater. And it refills your air. Y'all, if that is true, that's wild. Okay. Mind blown, indeed. Yeah, the April Fool's thing, we are actually going to be randomly assigned... We're throwing them all into a hopper. This is Grian introducing chaos to this server, not playing Dungeon Master. He is not in charge of the assignments. It's a random hopper with redstone that we can all inspect, so we know he hasn't tampered with it. So I'm excited. It's a good way to get people having fun pranking each other on the server without like too much drama. Because sometimes pranks feel, like, weirdly personal sometimes, you know? Like, somebody might do something to somebody, and then they're like, what? How dare you come at me like this? You chose me because you think I am weak. I will come after you now because I know that I am strong. But, like, because we're all just like, hey, it's April Fool's Day, let's prank each other. Let's do something like Secret Santa where we're randomly assigned names, you know? That's a lot more chill, you know? And especially early in the game when we don't have unlimited materials yet. You know, it's a lot easier to do that. It's a lot easier to do pranks and stuff where we're just being a little bit silly but not taking it too seriously. So I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's gonna be when I'm working on those pranks. It's gonna be not on the streams. So I might have, depending on how my Minecraft schedule goes on those pranks, I might do something like, hey, I'm gonna do a pinball stream that night because I don't want to show you what I'm working on. Or I'm gonna have to work on a separate project, but I won't be working on the pranks on the stream because they have to be a surprise on April Fool's Day. That's just good form, you know. Okay. So we now have brain coral, bubble coral, fire coral, horn coral. The corals are for creating dead trees for outside of our haunted house. So, yeah, let's, I'm trying to move around a lot, because this is a big, I keep forgetting I've got this trident. This is a big reef, right? So I don't want to mine one area too much and just completely devastate it ecologically. Like, look at how giant this thing is. I can mine a few pieces in one area, then go around and mine a few pieces in another, and not be too disruptive. Oh, and look, there's just free pickles down here. Pickles on the seafloor. Pickles at the Taco Bell. Wait, why am I not picking up the pickles? Or did I? 51. Okay, I guess I did. Whatever. Who do I think will make a prank with wardens first? I actually don't know how that would work. I'm trying to avoid too many spoilers for 119. Because I want to kind of go into it fresh, you know? Like, finding out there's new stuff in the game is always super exciting for me, and I'd rather be excited on screen, you know? Okay. Okay. So I think we have enough now. We can take that portal back, because I think that's the portal in the desert that I found and mapped the other day. Let's go check on that. Or is it? I might have no idea where this portal is. In which case I should probably just go back over land, rather than risk screwing up in the Nether. See, this is why we need signs. Okay. So this is facing west. So that would be further from spawn. So where does this go? Hold on. It's probably a dumb idea to go further away in the Nether while holding an entire cache of good stuff. So I'm going to just put a sign here that says spawn. I'm going to put a sign here that says desert near, no, coral reef. Done. Hey, good evening, JKA. Yep, Joe labeling the Nether. What season is this? We will have 119 later in Season 9, but right now we're still running 118. We're not on the snapshot. Storm Chaser and Sapphire Pants are talking about whether or not the April Fool's thing is designed to start another prank war. No, it is just intended to. We realized that April Fool's was coming up, and we wanted to do like a big April Fool's Day prank. Like we had elaborate hoaxes and ideas for stuff like that. Is that a ghast or somebody blowing? Okay. We were throwing around ideas for really elaborate hoaxes, and the problem with really elaborate hoaxes is they take a lot of work. Hey, please stop spamming. No bots here. But anyway, so we had some elaborate hoaxes that we were kicking around ideas for. But what we realized was with the elaborate hoaxes stuff, that they were all kind of too... they were all kind of way too much to put the right amount of work in for the launch of a new season. It's like, these sorts of things would be really funny to do if we could do them right. Okay, so... yeah. Okay, I guess I'm gonna get rid of these bots. I don't know what's going on. But anyway. Since we were like... what's something that we can do as a group, even if we don't have time to coordinate it well? What's something that we could let people opt into? And we want people to determine their own level of involvement and their own level of commitment and opt in if they wanted to. And so Grian was like, well, what if we did something like Dirty Santa or Secret Santa? Yeah, I guess Secret Santa. What if we did something like Secret Santa, but with April Fools, where you just put your name in a hat, everybody gets a name of somebody to prank. If you pull your own name, you put it back in, you take a different name. And everybody's just like, yeah, that's brilliant. It's elegant, it's simple, it lets people opt in if they want. It's gonna work. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, opt-in tomfoolery. Because just right now, some people, you know, are so busy with getting the season off the ground, you know. Trying to do, like, elaborate hoax group videos is just way too much, you know? So it's like, okay, we'll table those ideas and we'll come back to those, you know, next year. Because next year will be probably about 2/3 of the way through the season by around then. And so about that time, people start being like, oh, I've got this weird idea, but it doesn't quite fit into what I'm doing for the season. And so it's like, okay, well, let's see, would that be a good fit for the April Fool's thing, you know? People start having too many creative ideas where they're like, I don't know where to use this. And that's a lot of times, eventually that'll result in a new season restarting. But it's good for us to have, like, release valves for that, or relief valves for, like, stuff like that in the way, along the way. Okay. So that's kind of what we're thinking. So yeah. So no, the Grian thing is not designed to kick off a civil war or a spiral out of control. It might organically do that in some cases if particular hermits happen to do something so perfect or bizarre that they warrant spinning off into something. But this season we're really kind of trying to focus on improvisation, you know, like not knowing the seed, not over planning things. We're trying to get back to basics and what we have fun doing, and we have fun just messing around with each other, you know. So the coral is for dead trees, so we have a bunch of stuff here sorted out for that. I'm realizing I forgot to go back down that tunnel, or I forgot to mark which tunnel I came out of when we did that. So part of me wants to fly back there again, but part of me wants to kind of just start brainstorming dead tree concepts. And it's funny because as soon as I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem like very much now that I've got it. Like, it felt like, oh, my inventory is so full. I should go. But, like, my planet needs me type of thing. But, like, yeah, it's, save a few live coral for a sea cucumber farm. That's a good point, is I could actually just straight up make this right here a sea cucumber farm. Ooh, that's way too bright. But if I came back with some bone meal, I could just... yeah, we're not doing that. Nope. Where's that block? There it is. Civil wars seem to happen a lot in Minecraft SMPs. Well, that's because you get a bunch of creative people together. They're going to find something to fight about. Does farming work on dead coral? I don't think so. It has to be live coral. And I don't think you can rehydrate it once you dehydrate it. So let's see. Cub had said the bubble coral looked the best as a dead tree. So if that's where Scar's dead tree is going to go, my slightly less impressive dead tree maybe should go somewhere less impressive. Somewhere it won't block line of sight would actually be good. Maybe we should move the sheep. What do you need to move the sheep? Is it just wheat? Okay, let's move the sheep first. Because this is actually like the perfect place for a... I think he said fire coral is the best for live trees. But for dead trees, I think he said bubble. Let me check. Bubble coral is best coral, dead coral for trees. Best live coral is fire coral. But, like, I guess you have to do it underwater at that point to keep it alive. Or hide... Oh, maybe you could put water inside of it somehow? So, yeah, we'll just move the sheep inside here for now. And then run out the door. Nope! I was like, why did they keep chasing me when I switched it to my offhand? They still could smell it, I guess. Only one side needs to be touching water. Can it be a diagonal? Hollow tree filled with water. Okay, that's how you do it, yeah. Yeah, they just live in my house now. I mean, that's fine. That was going to be a stable for the horse. Okay. So, what we should do is, for replay mod purposes, we're going to want to disconnect and reconnect. Hey, welcome, Gracias. Or Gracious. I don't know why I read that as Gracias tonight. Okay, it has to be adjacent, not diagonal. Awesome. So we'll let the replay mod file that we just created save. So we have me down in the coral thing. Yeah, the horse will have friends. Exactly, Sammy. It's a social stable. People appreciate stable social situations and social stable situations. So, okay. So yeah, we've got this little wall here. And I like the idea that a little bit behind the wall, maybe we have a dead tree that's on this diagonal so it doesn't really block much of the view out from here. So we probably want to get some dirt as well. People are asking about the face camera. Yeah, it gets bigger every time we hit a tipping milestone. We are currently $18 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. I did just put the sheep in the house. Yeah, Henry, go finish your homework. I'm going to time you out so you don't feel tempted to say anything other than... No! All the sheep... Well, one of the sheep is still there. Dang it, this is what I get. No, sheep, come back. Okay. So... Okay. So only one of them escaped. Okay. We were supposed to get the dirt while we were in there. I gotta remember to keep these doors closed. The dirt should be in one of these chests. Although, I think I might have put a lot of my dirt back at the spawn area one, because I had too much. Desert near tips. Dang it. Because I copied and pasted the desert near coral reef sign from before. Yeah, having animals in a rundown, weird old house is fine. I wonder what this was supposed to be. Why does B-dubs have stone under there? Was it just the base of that wall, maybe, originally? Kevin Karate says, my vote's to put up in B-dubs' house. Nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so, like, this here feels like a good place for it. So, I feel like, to some degree, We should go look at how other people are doing the bases of their non-dead trees, and then figure that in. Having dead soil with brown concrete and coarse dirt would look cool. That's a good point, Toxic. I actually have plenty of... I got some brown dye when I was exploring the jungle the other day. Also, let's go see if anybody else has put anything in here. No, not yet. Okay. Since I posted that in a public chat, I kind of baited other people into tampering with it. So I should probably make sure that doesn't get replaced with a trap chest, but okay. So for Gemini's tree here, this is a lot bigger maybe. What is this? Gems, bones, bows, and arrows. Okay, that might be... So Corellis has a whole new area up here that I haven't even seen yet, supposedly, for selling logs. I'm just curious what he's got up there. Oh, wait, maybe I have seen this. I love the construction equipment Corellis builds. It is... I really feel like it pushes Minecraft to its limits. Miss Mickey says, can I copy your homework but change it a little bit? Sammy says, put wolves in B-Dubs' house. That's true. Yeah, I'm going to have to think. But, you know, so there's not like a clear Corellis custom tree. Oh, that's a custom tree. Wow, that's a good custom tree. Wow, Corellis is good at Minecraft. Surprise. Cody DePace says, Joe, any suggestions for reducing an accent? For me, it helps to pretend I'm acting almost. Like, I've got kind of a business persona that I use when I'm doing certain types of professional work that I call far too serious. Where I'm almost kind of doing an impression of what I think a serious business person would sound like. And it's like, you can ask us for anything we like. It's weird. It's hard to do it out of context because, like, I'm so used to talking like this when I'm playing games. But it's like, we're happy to do whatever you ask, but part of what you asked us to do earlier was to help you ask better questions now. We're experts at this, and if we think there might be a better way to do something, you know, we want to reach out to you and explore what those options might be so that nobody wastes their time. Does that sound serious enough for a Zoom meeting? We all want to go home at 5 o'clock, so we've got to do this, right? And we have to do some extra work now to make sure that it doesn't happen Friday at 4:30. People are like, business, Joe, I wasn't ready. Bonjour, Limpe. That sounds kind of like the eagle from the Muppets. Storm Chaser says, you sure sound like a businessman. I know, right? Cody DePace says, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, seriously, try it before you get to a meeting. Like, practice that. Zoom Sona. Look up pixel dead tree on Google. Maybe it can give you ideas. Well, let's swing by stresses here and see. Like, because in some ways, maybe what I should do is I should just make a normal tree in Minecraft, like an acacia tree or one of these, and then rebuild it, right? Like I just grow a natural tree and then replace the natural logs. Yep, we're at the large eye camera here. We are at 42% geopacity. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills. Some of my coworkers who have watched my YouTube videos are like, you know, I would find it a lot more relaxing if you talked like you do in your videos in the meetings. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know that the people who are paying us a lot of money would feel more comfortable with that. Ultra Quinine, the camera gets bigger when people tip. When we hit tipping milestones, we are currently 18 away from the next face camera expansion. You'll see that the camera will both get larger and more transparent. See, this is a good model for a tree. Okay, so we've got it kind of into the hill here. So Jevin, everybody's doing custom trees this season. It's practically treason. So I did sign up for the secret fools thing. I am super excited about that. Ooh, Jevin has a mailbox? I should maybe have a mailbox. So what's kind of weird about this, too, is if I put a dead tree that's gray right next to this fence, are people going to think... "'Tis the treason." That's great. Put something in the mailbox. Yeah. Everyone should have a mailbox. That's true, Pat. Okay. I mean, I am hamming up the business voice a little bit because this is a show, but the core concept is there. We can't let others leaf me in the dust. That's too much. Okay. See, like, this is obviously the primo tree slot, but you know what? Maybe I'll put mine over here, so that way it's not competing with B-Dubs' wall. Okay, so we're gonna get the bubble coral block, and we're gonna not take all of it because we might want to have some dead ones. Season 9, it's treason. Yeah, thank you. Is it interesting? I don't know if it's interesting or funny if I just remove the what is my job? I have several jobs. I am a single parent. I am a self-employed artist. I am an internet busker and entertainer. I do a bunch of freelance web development and server work. Let's see. I occasionally do graphic design. I do all sorts of weird stuff. Video production. It's one of those things, if you get good at enough stuff, you can eventually just do a bunch of stuff. Congrats! Oh boy, where is the... I'm gonna need scaffolds. I can't remember where I put the scaffolds down. Oh, howdy, Scar. There are some scaffolds here. Yeah, I don't want to use the tuff because we're using that in the ground. Yeah, I have a history degree. And there's not a lot of jobs for people with history degrees, unless you want to have a lot of jobs. Oh, boy. Yeah, Joe Hills says there's not a lot of jobs for people with a history degree. Also has 5 jobs. I think history is great too. I really got a lot out of that degree from a personal standpoint, but professionally, I originally pursued that as part of a career plan that fell through. And so then it was like, well, what now? Okay. You know what? I'm actually kind of thinking we're just gonna take all of it. Well, I started off at university with a history degree focused on East Asian history, and I was taking Chinese and Japanese language courses. The university I attended doesn't allow you to major in a language, and so that was kind of the best way to focus on that. Because the career I was pursuing was Marine Corps infantry officer, and one of the largest Marine Corps bases in the world is in Okinawa, Japan. You don't have to speak Japanese or Chinese to work there, but it's not a bad thing if you happen to. So that was my original plan. Hey, Leslie, thank you for the 5, who says, Sam the Eagle got me to keep believing, keep pretending. Thanks, Leslie. That's going to get us now 13 away from the next expansion. Nope, those aren't the B-dubs custom trees. B-dubs custom trees are over there. Boom, 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 at this point. No, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back in. Oh, no, I lost where the other one was. I feel like it was here, though. ESP Beetle says, when I studied history, one of the things that jumped out at me was that nobody I learned about had a history degree. That's pretty good. So it kind of overlaps with the tough in a way that I'm not sure I like. Doing well, Desmond. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're going to come back to that. Would a dead tree have live leaves? I don't know. And we might go and find some sicklier looking leaves. I'm just trying to get a rough sense of the shape right now. If that makes any sense. What about polished basalt for the bark? I would not rule that out. We're playing with it right now. We're gonna do a few different ones and we'll see what works. But I think I had some basalt somewhere. Maybe we don't. Maybe we need to go get basalt. I'll have to check. Okay, so we can take some of the basalt here and turn it into polished basalt. Honestly, maybe normal basalt would also look good. Just for right now, we'll leave the top one so the leaves don't despawn. Yeah, that's not terrible. Let's try the normal basalt, too. Let's mix that in. Not like that. Okay. It's fine. Everybody's doing great tonight. We're a professional streamer. Somebody says hand-placed leaves don't despawn. Yeah, but I didn't hand-place those leaves over there. That's why I'm using those. Those ones over there are not player-placed, right? Ancient debris would look good for the tree trunk. Probably. The Leech 111 says, why is there a face over my gameplay? Oh, because I kept getting told that if I wanted to be a professional streamer, I needed to have a webcam. This was before VTubers existed. And so people were like, you gotta have a webcam. So I got one. Hope you like it. Okay. So let's try maybe a different thing. I like the idea of having just a mix of different types of dead trees over here. Let's try a different one, and then we'll come back to this. We'll do one pass where we just build a bunch of different ones, and we'll see how it goes. That seems fun to me. People are asking, what about using tuff for the tree trunks? The problem is we're using tuff for the driveway. So maybe we end up replacing one of the driveway choices with coral. Maybe if we replace the driveway tuff with coral, maybe that would work. I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment, because there's no reason for me to choose one over the other. And different people can watch me in different parts of the world more easily or with greater difficulty, depending on what I choose. So I'm keeping that open to them. People are saying brain coral could be a good pathway coral. Yeah, part of what we're trying to do is I don't want to take more coral than we need out of the reef, but we might need more coral. Coral. Hey, coral. Okay, let's, maybe another one coral block there. I feel like the basalt and the polished basalt look the best kind of on their own. I feel like the other two could work if textured into something else. Though Connor 2 says, greetings from the hometown of Penny Arcade. Oh, congratulations on your move to Seattle there, though, Connor 2. That is going to put us 8 away now from our next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, yeah, what do y'all think? So we've got 4 things here. We've got the bubble coral. We've got the horn coral. I should put these in order down here. Oh, the other 2, I don't actually have any extras in my hotbar. I actually kind of want to remove those mossy tabletop things, though, as well. How efficiently would the cobwebs work as dead leaves? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Adding leaf variety would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, maybe let's take some shears and go collect some leaves too while we're at it. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. So, like I said, we're kind of making some things up as we go here more aggressively than we would have otherwise. Cobwebs as leaves has a lot of potential. We're not at a good point in the process to try that at the moment, though, because, yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm pretty sure we've got enough iron to make a bunch of shears. So we should just go and shear a bunch of different types of trees, right? We've already got a bunch of birch leaves. We don't need more birch leaves. We've got almost no spruce leaves. Yeah. We've got our 20 cobwebs. Okay, so we can go get a bunch of spruce leaves if we go east. And we can get a bunch of oak if we go west, as well as some acacia. We already went west today to get the coral, though. Badger Spanner says, dead stuff from the mesa would look fun, too. Yeah, I concur. We actually grabbed some dead stuff from the mesa on the stream the other day. A bunch of those little twig plants or whatever. I was waiting to bust those out later. Using glow lichen over the leaves to change up the textures could also look cool. That's a good point, JKA. Let's just go get some spruce leaves over here, because there's a big old spruce area, and we haven't gone this way yet today. Oh, somebody's got a base coming along on that little hill. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I agree with y'all that the live leaves aren't going to work. That's a... We're trying to get a concept of the shape. Right? Soul soil and soul sand as leaves, says Konami. That's a interesting choice. So there's our big spruce forest over here. That's Zed's Mountain. Ah, it looks great already. And we got some ender pearls that might come in handy for crossing these ravines here. I'm trying to go without rockets for a little while, just to enjoy more of the early game feel, you know? So I figure what we'll do... Do I have bones on me? No. So we'll go find one of the big old spruce trees, and we'll go chop it down. Ideally, we want to pick one near the water, so that we can easily go back up and down it a few times. Oh, so these two right here. These are our optimal spruce trees. Because we can just go here, go right to the top, start shearing. People would be like, wow, what amazing shearing. Practically Edward Sheeran. You could be in Game of Thrones as a surprise for the girl who doesn't have a name. And people would be like, whoa, that's so weird. I had no idea who that guy was. But yeah, apparently they wanted to have some sort of bard that the girl who plays the girl who has no name would plausibly have a crush on. And so, and like the production crew knew that she had a huge crush on Ed Sheeran, but had never met him. So they cast him as this bard and didn't tell her before he came on the first time that it was him. And so she has this huge, like, blush, like, oh my gosh, that boy is so cute reaction. Oh yeah, we should grab some of those too. Some people are criticizing somebody who's basically a child for having a crush on a musician. Look, I'm not in charge of who children have crushes on. Grab this extra spruce wood while we're here too. I'm realizing we're filling up our inventory faster than I expected on this. Oh, I forgot we can scaffold up. We don't need to use the trident. The face cam resets every day at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time. Because in this house, we follow Groundhog Day rules. Yeah, I think acacia leaves with their yellow tinge could work well, Badger. We can go to the, there's a taiga over near the coral reef. So I kind of need to figure out which coral I want to get more of first before we go back out that way, because it's a long trip. So my plan is to get the stuff from closer by first, and then go back out there. Okay, so the question is, do we shear this one, or do we just kind of repair it a little bit? I think we just kind of repair it a little bit. Because we're not going to have inventory space to carry the whole tree back with us. That's kind of wasteful. I'm in a taiga. Well, or what is the acacia biome? My point is the savanna biome, the one that has the savanna biome with the acacia is by the coral reef. Sorry. Okay. You knew what I meant. Okay. People are like, Joe, you got to keep your eye on the taiga, so you swing your shears right. Collecting ferns for the front yard of Elvira. It's a whole house of horrors and it's for sale tonight. And I'm gathering it with my shears in taiga. Yeah, we don't have a silk touch shovel with us, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on collecting podzol right now. Okay. Hey, we got a tip rolling in for 2 from Andrew. Okay, so thank you very much for that. I didn't read the last part until after, but yeah, I will not read anymore. That got us 6 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Woo! Do. Okay. Acacia leaves are the same color as oak. They're only yellow in savannas because of the biome. Oh, is that true? Are they the same texture entirely? Apparently the drummer from Coldplay was on Game of Thrones too, but fewer people noticed. Well, they probably didn't have him actually drumming, whereas they had Ed Sheeran actually singing and being a bard or whatever. Or I think he was a soldier that was, like, singing because he was bored. They have their own texture, says Yurgi. Okay, that's what I thought. So the color might still be different, but the texture would be good. 2 diamonds at I'm out of diamonds. I spent my diamonds on making the netherite hoe that people wanted during stream weekend. He was in the band during the Red Wedding. Yeah, I could see the Red Wedding episode overshadowing the Coldplay drummer being there. Doing well, Demented. Thank you for asking. What show? We were talking about Game of Thrones. Okay, so we got some spruce trees leaves here. Honestly, I like how those look a lot better. But we don't need them. Okay. So let's just put these in here for now to free up some space. We got some dead bushes. Yay. Some of those might be placed too close together, but we're going to keep working on it. Spruce or birch covered in lichen and spider webs might be the best option. Yeah, spider webs with lichen over it would probably be really good. They actually did have the Coldplay drummer drumming. Oh, okay. Well, still. Okay. I'm not in charge of what people get or don't get out of Game of Thrones. I'm glad you enjoy the camera, Pudge Monkey. It is something I do that I have not seen anybody else attempt. Oh, okay, let's see. We are coming up on the hour here. Whew. I think I blinked something into my eye there. It's not ideal. Okay. So in order to make webs with lichen, we kind of need bone meal. And we generate a little bit of bone meal over at the HHH area, but maybe not a ton. How is the bone meal farm down here doing? We have 20 cobwebs, and so we'd have to go collect a lot more, but... Wait, hold on. How does this work? That's what I thought. Okay. Whoosh. Okay. So, there's bones that go into here, but people have been claiming them, and I don't think there's a fortune sword, is there? Yeah, or a looting sword. Because the thing is, I have a... At the spiderweb farm, there's a looting sword for killing the spiders, but here there is not. So we might be better off just using the HHH thing to make lichen. Being in charge of what people get out of Game of Thrones is another job that a history degree does not qualify someone for. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so let's go check on... Whoops. I think I broke my berries there. Okay, so we have 8 bone meal from the last time we were over here. That's okay. We can quickly generate some of this. So here's that netherite hoe. This is why I'm out of diamonds, y'all. Because everybody was like, no, Scar will be so sad if you don't do this. And so I did it, and then got no feedback one way or the other. So hopefully Scar is legitimately happy about that. Because now I don't have mending on any of my gear, except for the 2 things that I already had mending on. I don't know who built the river boat yet. Did I put Fortune 3 on the hoe? No, because I didn't have the ability to enchant it. I'm out of diamonds and everything. I told Scar to enchant it. It was like, people said you wanted this. Here it is. I missed a spot, did I? Oh, you're right. Friend's latest video with the boat drop today. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I have not had a chance to catch any videos today. I have been solving other problems, like figuring out why my daughter's Mario Kart levels wouldn't show up on her Switch. Yay. So we got the expansion pass thing sorted. I posted the solution to that on my Twitter in case any other parents run into the same problem. If you have fortune on any tool, you can use it to get more crops. Oh, really? Okay. If it doesn't matter what the tool is. Dang it. Moss. Okay. Okay. Yeah, ever since Manta Ray did that surface pressure song the other night, I've had that stuck in my head. He's so good. Yeah, my daughter and I, once we got the expansion pass working, we actually did play both cups today. So that was fun. I clearly need to practice more. That's one of the reasons more Mario Kart practice streams is going to be on my schedule. I got to figure out when to do them now. But like I said, possibly leading up to April Fools, I'm going to be doing a lot more recording when I'm not streaming. So I might do my streams as non-Minecraft streams. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. And I didn't get as much time to nap today as I wanted. I got like a half-hour nap at one point, maybe. So, this is not going to be a late night on the stream. No, I did better at her than Mario Kart. Because I've been playing Mario Kart since I was, I think in first grade was when Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo came out. So I have 30 years of Mario Kart experience on her. It would be ludicrous to expect her to be better than me. That would be unfair to her. Okay. So we're getting some bone meal for the lichen. No, I'm not going to stream stuff with my daughter because it could complicate things with the custody situation. Yeah, I gotta get good if I'm gonna beat ZF. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I think the episodes are better when we have more off camera stuff in there because it's more of a reward for the viewers who just show up for all the streams to have some extra stuff. Okay, so I don't want to be in the air when this hits, but the server's about to restart. Oh, I could probably take the wig off at this point. I don't need to be wearing a scratchy wig now that you can't see my head anyway, or my hair. Okay. Have a good night, Sammy. Yeah, this stream is probably only going to go about another 15 minutes, because I did a long stream with Cleo earlier, and I didn't sleep last night very much, so... Okay. And these chunks will stay loaded, so that'll keep working. La, da, 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 da. Welcome, Snowy Growleith. Welcome, Shrek. Oh, sorry, Shrieks. Do 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 do. I'm really hoping it doesn't log me out while I'm in the air too high up. I just want to get home. Okay. Thanks, server reset. Yeah, nope, don't do stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna wait for replay mod to load. Hi Heist Gaming says, I love how some hermits are trading 1 carrot for 1 emerald with villagers, while others are turning them into 1/12 of a bone meal. I mean, we do what we can with what we have. Okay. So that wasn't too much fall damage. Yeah, so let's make some lichen. Where is the lichen I have? So I have 12 glow lichen already. So if I put glow lichen here and here, I can... let's get the shears out. Okay. Dang it. But yeah, and then, oh, I do have to switch. Yeah, my day went well. Very productive. I had so much stuff to get done today, and I'm actually pretty happy with how well I did. But still a lot of it. It's one of those days where it's like, I've been looking forward to this stream all day. It's like I can't wait till I can just go chill and hang out, because it's been a very productive, very busy day, but a lot of effort went into it, and so I'm looking forward to just, or I was looking forward to just hanging out with y'all, which has been incredibly pleasant as always. And now after this, I'm looking forward to going to sleep. I'm not gonna stay up late editing tonight or hang out in somebody's stream. I'm done. It is bedtime for Joe. Strayhorn, thank you for the 5. He says, howdy, Joe. Hope you and chat have a good night. Well, thank you, Strayhorn. That puts us 1 away from the next face camera expansion. Like I said, we're probably, I said a little while ago, we're probably only going to do about another 15 minutes. So, yeah, let's call this last call for tips. I'm going to probably wrap up on the quarter hour. Okay. So, let's try replacing everywhere that there is one of these now with one of these. Oh, you can't put glow lichen on the spider webs. I do like making this look more sickly, though. Okay. But this looks promising in an interesting way. Clearly I'm confused says, I'm taking a liking to it. Ah, I'm glad. Honestly, this might ease out the bean pattern a little bit, too. I normally try to texture stuff like this a little bit more lightly, but I kind of feel like that's the answer right there, though, is to come in more like this. Vin Shoken says the colors are already washed out looking at through your face. Okay, that's true, Vin. I'll duck out of the way. And it'll have an eerie glow at night. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Glenn. Oh, awesome. Cool, I just got a message from Music Man. We're going to get to hang out some this weekend. Not like on a stream or anything, but just playing some mini golf. It's like, from a sanity standpoint, it's really good to have some time to just hang out with other creative people where we're not streaming. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Yeah, so if we can get more bone meal from the bone meal farm. Oh, good. The boats. Yeah, the stream's gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes or less. Hey, we got another tip rolling in via PayPal from Joel for 4, who says, boopity boop. Thank you very much. Whoa, let's not smash into that tree. So thank you very much, Joel. I will go ahead and get that on the abacus. Boom, that's going to put us $3 past our next face camera expansion. So here we go. It's time to expand. Jost. We're going to lower the Joe opacity to 32%. Oh, one thing I was going to do is I need to check how much VRAM that OBS is actually using. Is there a way to see that in the Windows Task Manager? If I go to... what would that be under? I see GPU percentage. Okay. There might not be an easy way to see that in Windows. But I wanted to check... So OBS is using the video encoder. It's using... Oh, that's normal memory. That's not video memory, though. Because, yeah. Since y'all have been so incredibly generous the last few days, one of the things I need to start sorting out, too, is replacing my 2016 graphics card with something that has better encoding. And I wanted to see how much VRAM I use while I'm encoding. Because apparently compositing video like this, like, OBS uses a lot of VRAM. I kept seeing people say, like, you don't need a graphics card with a lot of VRAM unless you're a content creator. And I'm like, a content creator can mean anything. Why would somebody who makes things, in particular, need a card with more VRAM than another person? And if so, does that and why would that and would that apply to me or not? Yeah, GPU prices, it's not even that the prices are going down, it's that they're finally available. Because for a long time, I wanted to order one, and I just couldn't. Like, they just weren't a thing that I could easily get. So, yeah. So I need to make a plan. Since this card is so old, honestly, I've been terrified for the last year and a half it was going to die at any time. Because, like, some of the ports don't work on it. And in theory, I only need 2 of the ports to work on it. Not all of them. But, you know, it's like one of those things where once ports start dying on the card, you got to start asking yourself, like, do I have a fallback plan? You know? So... Devin Cry says, when I got my 3060, it was twice the price where they're available for now. Oh, wow. See, the thing is, I didn't even bother checking the prices for the last year and a half. I just checked if they were in stock or not. And since they weren't in stock, I was like, well, I'm not going to stress about the prices if you can't buy them anyway. Oh, dang it, I forgot I should have been using the fortune thing. I'm using a 1080 Founders Edition, which is the very first 1080 that rolled off the lines at the NVIDIA plant in 2016. So, yeah. So I'm still looking at what my options are. BPSC Cheney says, I was happy to pick up 3070 Ti for only $900 because my GTX 1080 wasn't doing too hot. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, once the ports started dying on mine, I was like, oh, I'm kind of racing against, you know, the market here. I'm trying to outlast the market. I'm trying to keep my card alive, or I'm hoping my card stays alive. I haven't really done anything preventative maintenance-wise on it, but like, yeah. Yeah, I like AMD as a company more than I like NVIDIA, but their video encoding hardware and software isn't really great on the hardware encoder compared to NVIDIA's. And since streaming requires using the hardware encoder, and so does recording for YouTube, that's kind of a killer feature for me. Yeah, so I would rather personally give AMD my money than NVIDIA. But I'm probably going to end up buying an NVIDIA card unless AMD announces some better video encoding hardware between now and whenever I actually do the order. Because, yeah, the number one thing I've noticed is just like the hardware encoder on my recordings just isn't where I want it to be for like 1080p. It's just a little bit fuzzier than I would like, and that's been the case for a while. So getting something with a better hardware video encoder will let me have crisper video in every recording. I haven't done today's Wordle yet. Well, I mean, I actually did the puzzle, but I haven't updated the board yet. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this out here. DLSS is super nice. I actually don't know what is DLSS and how would that impact me as a video card user. Because, like I said, I've mostly just been focused on looking at the hardware encoder performance, since that's what most directly impacts my business. Why don't you place the lichen on your tree and then bone meal you... Oh, that's a really good point, I'm Angel. Oh, boy. That's a fantastic point. That did not occur to me. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to move out of the way so you can see it better. I feel like the lichen tree is coming together in a good way. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. People are saying go to bed, Joe. Okay, it is almost 1:15 and I'm making dumb mistakes like not noticing that I could just bone meal it on the tree. I have gotten so much done today. It's been a super productive day. I had a fun time tonight, and I also appreciate everybody who came out to the Cleo stream earlier. Cleo and I think that was one of our best art streams ever, honestly, in terms of just the fun and value of the conversation. Cleo described for me how to draw a cat, and I followed her instructions exactly. And that went well. It was great. I just had a great day, and I hope y'all had a great day too. And even if you didn't, that's okay. Hopefully your day was a little bit better because we got to hang out. Not just you and I, but all of us. It's so fun having this to look forward to every night. I have been looking forward to this all day. So, I am going to go. It is time for me to get some rest. Let me see what is going on. out there in the broader world of the internet. Do 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 do. I mean, let's see. Bum 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 bum. Well, why don't we go ahead and raid Sammy? Because I don't think we raided Sammy too recently, and we just raided some of these other folks. Lots of great options tonight. So we're going to make sure that's muted. Copy that link address over here for the YouTube folks. When you get over there, our raid message is, howdy, y'all. Joe Hills raid here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do. And then I got